Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. On this interview, Amanda talks about how she was kidnapped for 6 days, hog-tied, raped, and sodomized. This is a good one, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hi.
Thank you for coming on my channel, Conversation with the Homeless.
Okay.
So I want to get your background and everything, and tell me a little bit about your story.
Okay. My name is Amanda, and until the 6th of October, I was actually the pricing manager at the Winn-Dixie in Theodore. I was making $15 an hour, and had been working there for 3 years. But my FMLA got violated. I was told, come in while you're sick or lose your job. I lost my job. Me and my family were sick, and I'll leave it on that one. But, long story short, my family needed to be safe, and I wasn't welcome where they were. So I was homeless, and very recently, I was actually held hostage for 6 days, and R-word and sodomized by a pedophile that was wanted in New York that somehow made it down here. His name was Joseph Henry Rogers II. And for what he did to me and his past history, the judge gave him a $450,000 bond, because what he was wanted for was raping and attacking 16-year-olds and below. I was hogtied when he went to get food from a church at the Outpost Church in Irvington. We were on the property next to it. And I was covered in his DNA, and my blood was on the scene. I'll leave it at that. He had broken my glasses, so I couldn't escape. I'd get new ones at church. The Cottage Hill Baptist Church actually paid for this one, Pastor Lonnie. And I generally don't talk much to people unless I'm trying to help them or clean up, or, you know, I was used to working 6 days a week, 40 plus hours. You know, I was the one that would pay for a homeless person's meal, or, hey, you want my old, clothes? I'm about to throw them away. And there ain't nothing wrong with the people that are out here, but because people are next to trash, they are assumed to be trashy. It's the broken window effect. It's like Psych 101. If you have two properties next to each other, one has a broken window and grass that isn't mowed and trash in the yard, and oh man, that must not be a great property. I need to stay away from there, say for like a trailer park or something. Now the next one might even be a crappier property, but their grass is mowed, there's no trash, there's no broken windows. Which one would you feel safer going in? And people aren't responsible for that. I think like over half of Americans are like one paycheck away from homelessness, and I'm proof. I was making $15 an hour. I can prove it. You can go ask them. Amanda. I was under the influence of something that I believe is worse than meth. Spice. It's not in my system anymore, thank God. I walked away with somebody that was willing to kill me. I escaped being hogtied, rolled out a window, ran across the field, and begged for help from the pastor while the one that had attacked me tried to hand me a cup of coffee. There's actually a story about it on Fox 10, a local news channel. If you listen to my voice, my name is Amanda, talking about what happened. If you do a Google search for Joseph Henry Rogers II, you'll see his crimes. The judge was afraid that if he got out, he would do it again, because that's exactly what happened to me. But we're going to need a lot of counseling, because I am married with a family, and they did not want that to happen to their wife or mother, and it's difficult. I told one of my children just before it was a news story in their ACT prep class. So if I wouldn't have gotten a hold, like, hey baby, this is about to be in your ear. Let me tell you what happened to mom. I'm sorry. And it broke their heart. But it was either tell the truth about what really happened, or people are going to start saying things and getting in a kid's head. I have a place to go. I'm waiting on my husband to get off work from a store that's right there. You know, I won't say his name, but he's a meat cutter there, and he's working. He's doing great now. He's the one working. And now that I'm in my right mind, I still look like being in a shelter in your car, or in a motel room is still technically homeless under the McKinney-Vito Act, I think. It's what makes it so that school kids can get protection for being able to go to school and not be discriminated against. That's why I know that. But it works for adults too. I just don't like to bag. I'd rather, you know, go sort the trash like I would for Winn-Dixie or whatever. If you go and look, literally, it looks like someone just got done that worked there. And this is my little finding Halloween bags, or, you know, food for when we don't have a whole lot, because everyone's struggling with the Trump and the shutdown. And, you know, if the homeless people are hungry, and now the people that were close to being homeless are hungry, and food banks are trying to stretch for everybody, if I get food and I have a place to go that's at least close to warm, then I feel like I should at least be able to bring some food to somebody that's out here in the cold. I can be warm tonight next to my spouse. I'm lucky. I really am. But there are people out here that'll come after 10, after the businesses close, and try to prey on people. I had somebody in a white van, a couple, a blonde lady and a white dude, that thought that I was a minor because of the way I looked and I was dressed in, you know, jammy pants or whatever. They thought I was 17 and started hitting on me, asking to see. I'm 34. My name is Amanda. I won't give the last name, but if you do a Google search, you might really need it. But they were like, hey, you want to go do some meth? And I'm like, sure, I like to smoke because I have a vape and cigarettes, and I used to, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I came off of stuff and I'm in my right mind. But if I would, they were like, 15? I'm like, oh, yes, you know, my age, you know, because I've been through it, you know. I'm trying to see if these are just weirdos or pedos, because that's a pedo van.
If you want to see Amanda's news story, Google Fox 10 News, Mobile, Alabama.
It's me though. No baby. Matter of fact, it's us. It's our life, our home. But most of all, it's our story.
Alex got this stomping.
You can't stop me.